Tragic new details from a military courtroom in the murder of Private First Class Shadow McClaine. Shadow's ex-husband, Sergeant Jamal Williams-McCray, faces multiple charges, and now he's pointing the finger at this guy, fellow soldier Charles Robinson. But Robinson is firing back in a Kentucky courtroom to save his own skin, revealing in detail the heartbreaking last moments in this brave young woman's life.
No parent should ever have to go through what we are going through. It is the worst nightmare in the world.
It's a mystery that began last September when Shadow vanished after a volatile split from her husband, revealing ugly details of a rocky marriage, charges of domestic abuse, and even rape.
She would find like condom in his clothes when she was doing laundry, just things like that.
The events leading up to Shadow's tragic end are murky. Her mother, London, first reported her daughter missing after text messages weren't returned. London came to Crime Watch Daily pleading for help to find her daughter and leads.
I won't give up. I will not give up until I find her.
Shadow was last seen on the job at Fort Campbell in Kentucky, where she was an air traffic controller.
Somebody was out to hurt her.
Investigators zero in on the young soldier's ex, Jamal Williams-McCray. Shadow's mom says they had a toxic relationship, claiming their fights were vicious and escalated to physical violence. Then friends say someone tried to kill her.
At one point, her brake lines were cut in the barracks parking lot, which soldiers just, they don't go around and just cutting people's brake lines.
A few months later, Shadow agrees to house sit for her friend Tristan over Labor Day weekend.
She had a copy of my house key. She's like, yeah, I'll be there tonight, when I get off work.
But Shadow never showed up. Then 3 months after Shadow went missing, investigators arrested Shadow's ex-husband and another soldier, Specialist Charles Robinson, charging them both with murder. 2 months later, any hope of finding Shadow turns to heartbreak. About 50 miles from the military base along a busy Nashville highway, a passerby makes a gruesome discovery. Skeletal remains, positively identified as Shadow McClaine.
This is obviously not the outcome I wanted, but I do now know where my daughter is at.
Sadly, the 25-year-old arrived home in a way nobody wanted. Her remains encased in a flag-draped coffin alongside a military escort.
I'm very proud of her, and I will always adore her.
Shadow is finally at rest, but questions still remain. How did she die, and who killed her? Her mom never had a doubt.
Because everything that led up to where we're at right now started with that man.
Now, an absolutely stunning new development. It comes from a court-martial trial in Fort Campbell, Kentucky. Specialist Charles Robinson has pleaded guilty to murder, conspiracy, and obstruction of justice. He admits that he slashed Shadow's throat, then broke her neck to make sure she was dead. But Robinson portrays Shadow's ex-husband as the one with the ice running through his veins. Robinson claims Williams-McCray hired him to murder Shadow. He says McCray lured Shadow to an exit off Interstate 24, then walked her out for slaughter into the high grass where Robinson was laying in wait. Then he told the court his army buddy sat and watched as he murdered Shadow. Robinson said Williams-McCray promised $10,000 for the kill, but was only paid $200. Robinson's cooperation gets him a deal, 25 years in prison. Jamal Williams-McCray faces multiple charges, including murder. No trial date has been set. Hearing the graphic details adds to the heartbreak for Shadow's parents. Their only mission now, to finally find justice for their daughter.
I'm Chris Hansen. If you like this story, make sure you tune in every day to Crime Watch Daily. You can find where the show airs in your city at crimewatchdaily.com. Watch it live or record it on your DVR and watch it at night. And to all those criminals out there, remember, we are watching.